Have you ever felt that no matter how much effort you invest, true prosperity remains just beyond your grasp? You dedicate yourself to hard work, you seize opportunities as they arise, and yet lasting financial security or genuine abundance seems to consistently elude you. What if I were to reveal to you that something as seemingly insignificant as your front door could be subtly influencing your financial destiny? In the ancient wisdom of feng shui, the entrance to your dwelling is considered to be far more than a mere passage. It is in fact the very portal through which wealth, vital energy, and overall prosperity flow into your life. However, it is crucial to understand that certain items positioned near this sacred space may be quietly undermining your aspirations for success. Today, we will delve into 12 specific elements that might be inadvertently obstructing the flow of wealth into your existence. Let us embark on a journey to uncover these hidden obstacles that prevent you from attaining true abundance. 1. It is imperative to never position a receptacle for waste directly in front of your main door. Have you ever entered a sacred temple and observed the remarkably pure and welcoming nature of its entrance? There is an absence of disorder, no distractions to the eye, only an open and inviting area that conveys a sense of tranquility and prosperity. Now, contrast this with the experience of approaching a home where the initial visual impression is an overflowing trash container. It is inherently uninviting, lacks inspiration, and energetically creates a sense of repulsion. In both Buddhist and feng shui teachings, the concept of energy flow, known as qi in Chinese philosophy, or prana in Indian thought, is seen as the very essence of harmony. Your front door is revered as the mouth of qi, the primary gateway through which vital energy permeates your life. When you place a trash bin in this location, you are unknowingly sending a message of rejection, not just to wealth, but also to opportunities, vibrant health, and mental clarity. Consider money as akin to flowing water, it naturally moves towards open spaces. If your doorway is burdened with refuse, picture it as a dam obstructing the river of prosperity. You might still acquire some funds, but they will dissipate as quickly as they arrive. It is no surprise that across many ancient cultures, cleanliness is profoundly connected to divine blessings. A well-known Zen saying reminds us, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water, after enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The profound meaning is this: daily acts of orderliness and mindfulness purify not only our physical surroundings but also our mental and spiritual pathways. Now I'm going to tell you the gist of a powerful story that perfectly illustrates this principle, originating from the life of a Zen master residing in a modest monastery nestled high in the mountains. A young disciple once posed the question, "Master, how might I draw prosperity and wisdom into my life?" The master, with a gentle smile, simply handed him a broom. Day after day, the disciple diligently swept the temple grounds, removing fallen leaves, dust, and scattered debris. Over time, a profound realization dawned upon him. As he purified the temple environment, his own mind became clearer, and his thoughts more focused. The simple act of sweeping transformed into a form of moving meditation, a method of eliminating obstacles not only from his surroundings but also from within his own being. This directly mirrors how our external environment deeply affects our internal state of well-being. If we permit waste and disarray to accumulate right at the entrance to our homes, we unconsciously invite stagnation into our lives. So, what action should you take instead? Relocate the trash bin away from the immediate vicinity of the entrance and choose a more discreet, covered container in a less prominent location. More importantly, view this act as a gesture of self-respect. A clean and welcoming entryway acts as an open invitation for prosperity, joy, and clarity to enter your life. Maintain this area with care, perhaps incorporating elements that symbolize prosperity, such as a thriving potted plant, a gentle water feature, or even a simple doormat that specifically welcomes positive energy. In Buddhist philosophy, small daily rituals possess the power to shape our destiny over time. If maintaining a clean entryway appears to be a minor detail, remember that every significant transformation begins with a single, intentional step. To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear, the Buddha wisely stated. Similarly, ensuring your home's entrance is clean and inviting is a symbolic act of creating space for new blessings to enter your life. The solution is straightforward: take a moment to mindfully assess your home's entrance. Does it feel welcoming? Does it reflect the type of energy you truly wish to bring into your life? By implementing this seemingly small change, you align yourself with the fundamental principles of flow, clarity, and abundance, and it may not be long before you find that prosperity begins to gently knock at your door. 2. It is advisable to avoid positioning a mirror directly facing the entrance. A mirror is truly a captivating object within a home. It has the ability to reflect light, create an illusion of expanded space, and infuse a touch of elegance into any room. But did you know that if its placement is not considered thoughtfully, it could be subtly repelling prosperity from your life? In the principles of feng shui, mirrors are recognized for their inherent ability to amplify energy. When positioned with intention and wisdom, they can significantly enhance a room's overall atmosphere, introducing both light and positivity. However, when a mirror is positioned directly opposite the front door, it can unfortunately have the reverse effect. It tends to reflect all incoming energy right back out into the world. Instead of permitting opportunities, wealth, and success to settle and take root, the mirror in this placement acts as a force of rejection, inadvertently pushing them away before they have a chance to truly enter your life. Envision this scenario: you have labored diligently, and doors of opportunity are finally beginning to open for you, but just as fortune is about to step into your home, the mirror effectively sends it right back out. It is as though you are perpetually on the verge of success, yet never quite able to firmly grasp and retain it. From a Buddhist perspective, mirrors hold symbolic meaning related to self-reflection and introspection. While self-examination is indeed a vital aspect of personal growth, excessive reflection at inappropriate times can unfortunately lead to self-doubt, hesitation, and missed opportunities. Buddha once imparted the wisdom, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." If your home environment is consistently rejecting prosperity, could it be that on a subconscious level, you yourself are mirroring this rejection? The placement of your mirror might be inadvertently reinforcing a cycle of struggle, without your conscious awareness. A cherished Zen parable tells of a student who dedicated himself to daily meditation in front of a mirror, relentlessly seeking enlightenment. His wise master, one day, gently covered the mirror and shared the insightful words, "When you cease seeking yourself in reflections, you will discover your true nature." This same profound principle applies to our homes. If we persistently push away the prosperity that is attempting to reach us, we may never truly experience the abundance we deeply seek. Here's how you can effectively transform this situation: reposition the mirror to a sidewall where it can still beautifully reflect light without interfering with the natural and beneficial flow of positive energy. Utilize mirrors to amplify beauty and prosperity rather than inadvertently repelling them. Ideally, the mirror should reflect something truly inspiring: a vibrant green plant, an uplifting piece of art, or perhaps a Buddha statue symbolizing wisdom and inner peace. And it is also important to be mindful of any broken or distorted mirrors. These can symbolize fragmented energy, potentially leading to instability in both your finances and emotional well-being. By making this seemingly small yet significant adjustment, you can transform your home into a welcoming space that embraces abundance, rather than inadvertently turning it away. 3. It is important to avoid leaving shoes scattered haphazardly at the doorway. Your entrance area essentially establishes the energetic tone for your entire home. When shoes are left scattered in a disorganized manner at the doorway, they introduce chaotic and unbalanced energy. Shoes, across many traditions, symbolize movement and the journey between the external world and the sanctuary of your home. If they are left in disarray, they bring with them the unrest, stress, and distractions of the outside world, disrupting the sense of peace and stability that your home should ideally provide. Imagine entering a sacred temple. One of the initial expectations is to remove your shoes and place them neatly and respectfully. This practice extends beyond mere cleanliness. It embodies mindfulness and deep respect for the sacred space you are about to enter. When we carelessly toss our shoes at the door, it reflects a lack of intentionality in our lives, allowing unnecessary distractions and disorganization to take root within our personal space. In Buddhist practice, cultivating mindfulness in even the smallest daily rituals is considered a path to achieving clarity and inner balance. When we treat our home with the same reverence and respect as a temple, we consciously cultivate an environment of peace, order, and prosperity. Just as monks thoughtfully and carefully place their sandals outside meditation halls before stepping inside, we too should be mindful of how we arrange our shoes within our own homes. A tidy and well-organized entrance area signals respect for your living space, warmly invites positive energy, and effectively sets the tone for harmony within the entire home. A straightforward solution to address this issue is to invest in a designated shoe rack or a storage cabinet specifically designed for shoes, and place it near the entrance. This not only ensures that your doorway remains clean and free from clutter, but it also actively safeguards that the energy within your home remains undisturbed and harmonious. A well-maintained entrance area reflects an inner sense of discipline, focused intention, and open receptivity, all of which are essential qualities for inviting abundance and overall well-being into your life. 4. It is advisable to avoid having a chimney positioned directly facing the front door. Fire is undeniably a powerful force. It possesses the capacity to warm, transform, and sustain life itself, but when it becomes uncontrolled, it can also be destructive. A chimney directly facing your front door introduces an overwhelming fire element, potentially disrupting the delicate balance of harmony and stability within your home. Feng Shui principles caution that excessive fire energy can unfortunately lead to financial instability, rapid loss of wealth, and increased tensions within the household. It is akin to a flame burning too intensely, consuming everything in its path before prosperity even has the chance to settle and take root. The key is balance. Just as Buddhist teachings consistently emphasize the middle way, a path of moderation that avoids extremes, the same principle applies to your living space. To counteract the excessive fire energy emanating from a chimney facing your entrance, intentionally introduce grounding elements. Position lush green plants near the doorway to symbolize consistent growth and renewal. Consider incorporating a small decorative water feature, as water naturally balances fire by effectively cooling its intensity and fostering a sense of fluidity and abundance. By thoughtfully integrating these balancing elements, you can transform your home from a space of potential tension and imbalance into a sanctuary where stability, prosperity, and peace can flourish. 5. It is crucial to never allow withered or dying plants to remain at your entrance. Plants are far more than just decorative additions. They are living symbols of growth, vitality, and prosperity itself. In Feng Shui, healthy plants actively enhance the positive flow of energy, encouraging financial stability and personal well-being. But what occurs when these plants begin to wither and fade? They unfortunately cease to represent life and abundance, and instead, they symbolize stagnation and decay. Imagine entering a home where the first visual impression is a dying plant, its leaves brittle and dry, its color faded and lifeless, its overall energy depleted. This sends a subtle message of neglect, both to visitors and to the universe itself. Just as a thriving plant signifies a thriving life, a wilting plant unfortunately suggests a lack of care, attention, and vital flow. In Buddhist philosophy, impermanence is recognized as a fundamental truth, but this does not imply that we should passively allow decay to define our surroundings. If you observe plants at your entrance struggling to thrive, take immediate action. Trim away any dead leaves, adjust their watering and care routine, or if necessary, replace them entirely with fresh, vibrant greenery. Treat this act as a mindful practice, an opportunity to actively nurture life, and in doing so, warmly welcome new opportunities into your personal space. Just as we must consistently tend to our inner growth and development, we must also diligently tend to our external environment. A well-cared-for plant serves as a reflection of a well-cared-for life. By ensuring your entrance is vibrant and full of life-affirming energy, you consciously cultivate an atmosphere of renewal, prosperity, and positivity that extends into all aspects of your home and life. 6. It is generally not recommended to hang wind chimes directly above the front door. Wind chimes possess a naturally soothing quality. Their gentle melodies dance in harmony with the breeze, creating an atmosphere of tranquility and serenity. However, while their presence can indeed enhance positive energy when positioned correctly, hanging wind chimes directly above the front door can unfortunately create disharmony rather than balance. Instead of acting as a welcoming chime of prosperity, in this location, they may inadvertently disrupt the natural flow of energy, potentially causing instability in your home's financial and emotional well-being. In Buddhist thought, sound itself carries profound meaning. The resonant tones of bells and chimes are often utilized in temples to signify mindfulness, spiritual awakening, and the purification of negative energy. However, when sound becomes disruptive rather than harmonious, it can disturb the delicate balance of energy rather than enhancing it. Just as excessive noise can contribute to mental clutter and distraction, an inappropriately placed wind chime can create energetic confusion specifically at the entrance to your home. Imagine a door as a portal, not only for physical passage but also for the free flow of energy. If chimes are hung directly above, their vibrations may inadvertently scatter the chi entering your home, making it more challenging for prosperity, stability, and harmony to truly settle in. It is somewhat analogous to attempting to meditate in a location filled with constant background noise. It becomes difficult to achieve clarity amidst the disruption. A more harmonious approach would be this: instead of positioning wind chimes directly above the entrance, consider relocating them to a garden area, a side window, or a patio, where their gentle sounds can enhance rather than interfere with the natural energy flow. Allow them to serve as a gentle reminder of peace and mindfulness, positioned in a way that their sound adds to the overall serenity of your space, rather than disrupting its inherent energetic flow. By mindfully placing wind chimes in locations where they can truly elevate the atmosphere, you can ensure that the energy within your home remains balanced, welcoming, and aligned with the principles of prosperity. 7. It is generally not advisable to position a water faucet directly in front of your main door. Water is recognized as one of the most potent symbols in feng shui. It represents wealth, abundance, and the natural, fluid flow of energy. But just as a river can nourish and sustain life, it also possesses the power to erode and wash things away. A water faucet positioned directly in front of your entrance is akin to an open drain, allowing prosperity to subtly slip away before it has the opportunity to accumulate within your home. Imagine attempting to pour water into a cracked vessel. No matter how diligently you pour, the water will inevitably escape. This is precisely what can occur when financial energy flows out of your home due to misplaced water elements. You might find yourself earning money, but simultaneously struggling to save and retain it. Just as in life, where mindfulness and discipline are essential for effectively managing resources, your home also requires energetic boundaries to retain wealth. In Buddhist philosophy, water symbolizes both the concept of impermanence and the quality of adaptability. It teaches us that while it is important to go with the flow of life, we should also establish strong foundations so that abundance can remain with us. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf, as Thich Nhat Hanh wisely stated. Similarly, rather than allowing wealth to simply drain away, we can intentionally redirect its flow through thoughtful adjustments. To counteract this potential energy imbalance, consider positioning potted plants strategically around the faucet area to help redirect the energy flow. Plants symbolize growth, grounding, and stability. They can act as a natural buffer, ensuring that prosperity tends to remain within your home rather than slipping away unnoticed. Additionally, if relocating the faucet is a viable option, consider placing it in a side garden or backyard, where it will not directly impact the energetic flow of your main entrance. By making this thoughtful adjustment, you are essentially sending a clear message to the universe. You are prepared to receive, preserve, and cultivate your wealth in a mindful and intentional manner. 8. It is not recommended to keep a doormat that is broken or damaged. A doormat is far more than just a piece of fabric placed beneath your feet. It functions as the symbolic threshold between the external world and the sanctuary of your home. In feng shui principles, it acts as a guardian, absorbing external energies before they have a chance to permeate your living space. But what happens when your doormat becomes torn, visibly dirty, or excessively worn out? Instead of serving as a protector, it can inadvertently become an open invitation for negative energy, subtly signaling neglect and stagnation. Imagine visiting a sacred temple. The pathway leading to the central, sacred hall is consistently clean, well-maintained, and inviting. This attention to detail is not solely for aesthetic purposes. It deeply represents respect for the sacred space and the energy contained within. The same principle applies directly to your home. A broken or neglected doormat subtly sends an unspoken message to the universe, perhaps implying, "I do not prioritize what enters my home." Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of mindfulness in even the seemingly smallest aspects of daily life. Every step you take is a step towards enlightenment, as Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully expressed. The very first step into your home should be one of conscious intention, warmly inviting positivity and prosperity. A fresh, clean doormat actively ensures that your entrance remains a welcoming space, rather than one that inadvertently conveys rejection. To fully harness the potential of this often overlooked detail, make it a practice to regularly replace or thoroughly clean your doormat. Choose one that resonates with the type of energy you wish to invite into your home, perhaps selecting a rich, grounding color like deep red for stability, or a vibrant green for growth and renewal. Consider choosing one with a meaningful inscription, something that subtly reminds you each day of the peace and abundance you are actively seeking. A well-maintained doormat achieves far more than simply enhancing curb appeal. It acts as a silent yet profoundly powerful force, filtering out negativity and effectively setting the energetic tone for everything that follows within your home. By making this seemingly small adjustment, you are not just altering your doorstep, you are subtly shifting your entire energy field, consciously creating a home that radiates warmth, prosperity, and overall harmony. 9. It is advisable to avoid keeping old or rusty metal objects near the entrance. Every object in our environment carries its own unique energy, and metal, in particular, is strongly symbolic of strength, protection, and stability. But when metal becomes aged, rusty, and neglected, it unfortunately ceases to represent these positive qualities. Instead, it signals decay, stagnation, and lost potential. Keeping rusty or broken metal objects near your entrance could be subtly influencing your life in ways that you may not even consciously realize. Imagine stepping into a home where the first visual impression is a rusted lock, an old corroded mailbox, or a disorganized pile of unused metal tools. These objects subtly communicate a story of neglect, a lack of care, and an unspoken message that new opportunities are perhaps not truly welcome. In Buddhism, we are taught the fundamental principle of impermanence: everything ages, everything is in a constant state of change. But clinging to what is broken or decayed, instead of mindfully letting go, only creates unnecessary suffering. Think of it in this way: if you are holding on to old, rusted metal right at your doorstep, it might be mirroring something deeper within you, perhaps an attachment to outdated beliefs, lingering anxieties about financial security, or a reluctance to embrace new beginnings and possibilities. Buddha once wisely stated, "You only lose what you cling to." If you genuinely desire to welcome prosperity into your life, sometimes the initial step is to release what is no longer serving your highest good. So, take a moment to mindfully inspect your front entrance area. Are there rusted keys that you no longer use, old locks that no longer function properly, or metal furniture that has been left to decay over time? Clear these stagnant objects away. Replace them with clean, well-maintained pieces that reflect a sense of fresh beginnings. A polished door handle, a sturdy and aesthetically pleasing mailbox, or a well-kept wind chime can make a significant difference in subtly shifting the energy surrounding your home. By clearing out these stagnant elements, you consciously open the door, both literally and metaphorically, to new beginnings, fresh opportunities, and a renewed sense of stability and confidence in both your financial and personal life. 10. It is important to ensure that your house number is not faded or unclear. A house number is far more than just a practical means of identification. It is a symbol of how easily opportunities can find their way to you. In Feng Shui, visibility is strongly associated with openness to prosperity, and a house number that is difficult to read or noticeably worn out can act as a subtle energetic block to abundance. Think of it in this way: if visitors or delivery personnel find it challenging to locate your home, how can fortune easily find its way to you? Your house number functions like a beacon, guiding positive energy and financial good luck directly to your doorstep. When it is faded, damaged, or unclear, it can inadvertently create an invisible barrier, making it more difficult for new blessings to reach you. In Buddhist thought, clarity is considered essential for a fulfilled and successful life journey. The path is not in the sky, the path is in the heart, Buddha once wisely said. Just as we must diligently cultivate inner clarity to navigate life's complexities, we must also ensure that our external environment reflects this same sense of openness and readiness to receive. A well-lit, clearly visible house number sends a subtle message that you are open to new opportunities, new relationships, and new forms of wealth. So, take a moment to carefully inspect your home's address display. Is it clear and easily readable from the street? Is it adequately illuminated at night? Consider refreshing the paint, replacing worn-out numbers, or even investing in a modern, well-lit address plaque. A clean, vibrant house number does more than simply improve curb appeal, it energetically aligns your home with prosperity and good fortune. By ensuring your house number is both visible and inviting, you effectively remove yet another unseen barrier to success, allowing luck and abundance to find their way to you with greater ease. 11. It is generally not recommended to position a clock near the main door. A clock is far more than just a tool for keeping track of time, it carries symbolic energy that can subtly influence the way we perceive life's opportunities. Placing a clock near the main entrance, while seemingly harmless, can, in feng shui, create an unconscious feeling of urgency, pressure, and even scarcity. Imagine constantly being reminded that time is relentlessly slipping away each time you walk through your doorway. This can inadvertently lead to increased stress, anxiety, and a mindset that is focused on limitation rather than abundance and potential. In Buddhist philosophy, time is often viewed as an illusion. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment, Buddha wisely advised. When we become excessively fixated on time, constantly counting, measuring, and worrying about its passage, we inadvertently distance ourselves from the natural flow of life. A clock prominently placed at your entrance can subtly reinforce this sense of stress, signaling that time is always running out, which can contribute to financial worries and a lack of inner peace within your home. Instead of placing a clock at the doorway, consider repositioning it in the living room, office space, or other areas where it serves a practical function without imposing this subconscious pressure. A workspace or study area is often a much more suitable location for timekeeping, where it can support productivity and efficiency without generating unnecessary anxiety. If you feel it is necessary to have a clock near your entryway, opt for a decorative piece that blends seamlessly with the surrounding decor, rather than an oversized or overly prominent one that might draw undue attention. Additionally, it is important to ensure that all clocks within your home are functioning properly. A stopped or broken clock can represent stagnation and missed opportunities, something we actively want to avoid in our pursuit of a prosperous and harmonious life. By being mindful of where you strategically place your clocks, you can consciously create an environment that fosters balance, inner peace, and an abundance-focused mindset, rather than one dictated by limitations and external pressures. 12. It is generally not recommended to hang family photos directly at the entrance. Family is undeniably the heart of any home, and photographs capturing cherished moments are powerful reminders of love, connection, and a sense of belonging. However, the specific location where you choose to place these images can have a significant impact on the overall energy of your home. Hanging family photos directly at the entrance, while intended as a warm and welcoming touch, can, in feng shui, have unintended energetic consequences. The entrance of your home is inherently a space of transition, a dynamic place where external energies are constantly flowing in and out. By placing family portraits in this location, you inadvertently expose these sacred images to potentially shifting energies, possibly disturbing the delicate harmony of your household. Think of it as placing a delicate flower in a drafty hallway. It is unlikely to thrive in an environment of constant movement and external influence. Buddhism teaches the importance of diligently safeguarding the things that are most precious to us. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame, the Buddha wisely stated. Our families deserve the same level of energetic protection and care. By keeping family photos in more intimate spaces, such as living rooms or bedrooms, you consciously create a nurturing environment where these vital connections are strengthened and cherished, rather than potentially exposed to external fluctuations. If your family portraits are currently displayed at the entrance, consider thoughtfully relocating them to spaces where they can more effectively inspire love and warmth without potential energetic interference. A well-placed family photo in a living room can foster connection and shared storytelling. A portrait in a bedroom can reinforce a sense of security and deep belonging. The ultimate goal is to honor the precious energy of these images by placing them in spaces that truly support their intended purpose. By making this seemingly simple shift, you actively ensure that the love within your family remains shielded, harmonious, and free from unnecessary external disturbances, allowing for deeper bonds and greater stability within your home. Now that you are aware of these 12 often unseen obstacles that may be subtly blocking your path to wealth and abundance, take a moment for mindful self-reflection and evaluate your own home's entrance area. Implementing even small adjustments can lead to profound shifts in your overall financial and personal well-being. Share your insights and experiences in the comments section below, and let us know which of these changes you plan to implement first. And importantly, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more wisdom and guidance on consciously creating a truly abundant life.